This is April 23rd. I am Nelson Stokes, other known as Serpent Stokes, and this is my YouTube video, one for this list of top 21s. That's what I came to, because I couldn't think of just 20. I actually have an even bigger list, but I'm gonna separate the females to a different list. So this is the top 21 people that I think, like, male fighters, anyone that knows how to fight in video games, movies, any type of media, or like gaming and stuff like that, TV shows, cartoons and stuff. Well, I will be starting the list right now. And so the first fighter, I wrote it all down here, is I'm gonna go from least favorite to most favorite. So the least favorite one, but still is a really good fighter, is Max Steel, who you guys might not know who that is. He's a superhero that gets basically like this alien that attaches to his chest, and it powers him up, and it gives him like a super flight or energy cannons. He can also run real fast. It boosts every one of his array skills and abilities. And it was made by Disney, which was funny, but they made it into a movie and everything. So that's number 21, Max Steel. Number 20, I don't know if you've ever heard of Sonic Riders. It was a Sonic the Hedgehog game, and there's this guy called Jet the Hawk, and he was such a cool character. I can't get over how cool of a character he is. I like nerd out every time I see Jet the Hawk. Like, a lot of people say he's not a very good Sonic character, but I really liked him. And yeah, I mean, he's a green hawk. I mean, green's my favorite color, as you can see. I did not really give up video games. I was forced to because my Xbox doesn't work, but it's all in green. Most of my like outfits are in green too. I have like green shoes and stuff. So Jet the Hawk is number 20. And then another green character is number 19, which you probably never heard of this character either. His name is Lasher. He's actually a symbiote from the Spider-Man comics. He was one of the symbiotes that children of Carnage. Carnage had all these children, and Lasher was one of them. He was the green symbiote that had like tentacles that could slash through people and stuff. And I think he's the coolest symbiote because he's got the deadly force and killer instincts of Carnage, but he also is a lot like Venom too. So I mean, but he's green, and that's why I chose him over it. And then number 18 would be Genji, the cyborg ninja, I would say, from Overwatch. He's number 18 for me. I don't really know much about him besides his sword is made out of like steel, and I think it has like acid or something. It cuts through, and a green dragon basically comes out of the blade, which is really cool. Number 17 is a character off an anime called Dragon Ball Z. You've heard of it. I don't even have to get into that. But his name is Janemba, if I'm pronouncing it's right. His first transformation sucks though, but when he changes, he looks like this gremlin with a red sword that slashes, and he has the same powers as like a Super Saiyan 3, but he has a sword, and it's like a red ruby sword, and I love it. I might do a top whatever list for the best weapons too sometime. And then number 14 would be another character from Spider-Man, would be the Scarlet Spider, which is mostly from the comics. I think they did put him in a cartoon too, but I like the one not with the jean jacket. Everyone likes that one, but I prefer the red and black Scarlet Spider, the one who had the things that like the poison in their his wrists, and he could like talk to spiders and stuff. He was an assassin. I think it was on Venom Island. I think he's also from Texas, which is interesting. He was, they made a whole comic book series about him. That was number 14. Number 15 is Generator Rex, which is another cartoon that I grew up with. And he fights with these nanites that can change his DNA to make weapons. So his whole hand can turn into like a sword, a buzzsaw, a whip, a battering ram. He's a lot like Blue Beetle or like Max Steel or like those guys. And he was on Cartoon Network. If you ever watch like old school cartoon shows, they were the bomb. I think it was actually on Toonami. Number 16 is probably someone you guys know about. It's from Kingdom of Hearts. He was also in Final Fantasy. You probably know him more from that. And also Advent Children, the movie, and the one before it too, Sephiroth, who was awesome because he's got like this giant long samurai sword, which I love swords. I don't talk enough about it. Or maybe I do and it's really annoying, but but yeah. Sephiroth is like one of the coolest characters I think in the Final Fantasy series. And yeah, like they're making a remake of Final Fantasy, the one that he was in with Cloud, so that would be a good place for him too. Generator, wait, I already said that one. Spawn from the TV series, comic, and movies. Spawn is a lot like my number one, but the reason why it's so low on the list is because I don't know, just like I didn't put him higher because I didn't really think about it, but he could have been really high on the list, but he's number 13, which is better than 20 at least, or 21. Yeah, so what can I say about Spawn? He was part of Cow Comics or something, Mad Cow Comics. He's made by the same comic people that made my top number one guy. So, yeah, number 12 would be Axel, who's another Kingdom of Hearts character. Leave a comment in the comments if you can tell me if he was in Final Fantasy 2, but I don't think he was in Final Fantasy also. I think he was just in Kingdom of Hearts. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to change the channel on my TV because I'm going to watch a show called, what is it called? You ever heard Gas Monkey Garage? I love cars too. That's another thing I love doing, is watching car shows and stuff. But that's something else. Let me see who's on there. So number 12 would be no, he was number 12. Axel was number 12. And then number 11 is Batman Beyond, because he was the most best Batman out there. I think they should make a movie of him. It's kind of a missed opportunity, if you ask me. They should really make a movie of him. They did make a YouTube series about it, and it was really good for how low budget it was. It was also an animated movie, which was really good too. The game it sucked, but I liked it because I like anything like superhero and stuff. The cartoon was really good. And Full Metal Alchemist would be number 10. And that was a good anime too. I'm talking about actual Elfron Ulrich, the guy that has the metal arm and the metal leg. He's number 10 on my list. And then, Goku is really high in there. Goku, from DBZ, the anime, and he's also from a couple of, he made games. Dragon Ball Z games are really popular. And then there was, I was really conflicted on putting on Wade Wilson instead of Slade Wilson, but I prefer Deathstroke, just because he still kills people like crazy, but he's a villain, and Wade Wilson still has a conscience. Slade Wilson really doesn't. I mean, it'd be kind of funny to put them both on there, but I ran out of room. Also, he was in the Arkham games, and I love that too. Arkham Knight, Arkham City. I think he was in a couple of them. Sly Cooper is number 7, because Deathstroke was number 8. Sly Cooper from the video games. If you don't know who Sly Cooper is, it's a PS2, PS3, and I don't think they came to PS4, but PS1 had it too. That's where it started. And then number 6, Beast Boy from Teen Titans and Young Justice. I don't read the comics for Beast Boy, so I don't know if it's good. So I don't know if that would be good. But I love him. He's so cool. He can turn into any animal. He can read. If he sees an animal, he could study it and turn into it. So can he turn into? I've always wondered, if he fought Ben 10, could he turn into the aliens that Ben 10 has? But that's something else I already talked about in a different video. Okay, number 5 is Static Shock, which is from the cartoon and comics. I gotta speed this up because I can only do a 14-minute video. I'm already 12 minutes and I'm 13 minutes on, basically. Yeah, Static Shock is number 5, and then Blue Beetle, number 4. I love Blue Beetle because he's like Iron Man and Venom had a kid. That's what it'd be. More like War Machine and Venom. Anyways, Killer Croc. Not the movie one with Suicide Squad, because that was crap. But if you go to the Arkham games or the comics, or even the cartoons, with Batman cartoons, you see how tall and big Killer Croc is. In the movie Suicide Squad, it was so weak. I mean, he wasn't huge. He was supposed to be huge, and he wasn't. So, and then number 2, Ben 10. I love Ben 10. Ben 10 through the first Ben 10 all the way to Omniverse. This new Ben 10 is crap. I'm sorry, but they're just making it way too childish, and I'm getting old. I'm 24, and I'm just not into the baby ass shit. And number 1 is Jackie Estacado, otherwise The Darkness. I am sorry, but that's all I can talk about.